Good morning and welcome to the channel on this Tuesday the 16th of June 2026. Now that the Memorandum of Understanding appears to be out of the way, I believe that the focus will turn now to the Russia-Ukraine war, with members of the G7, including Donald Trump, in France at the moment, discussing this thing. However, when it comes to the Memorandum of Understanding, I'm not quite sure I believe it's all over bar the shouting, and here's my reasons why. In the Memorandum of Understanding, the main points start with a ceasefire, which is an immediate end to hostilities. Well, that's all very well on paper, but nobody can actually say that it will be permanent. If situations change, and I believe they will, it may restart. The second major point is the Strait of Hormuz, which is supposed to be an immediate reopening Iran and Oman to regulate traffic. We don't quite know what that means. However, various sources suggest that Iran is going to charge some kind of toll. It may be under maritime services, but it will still mean that ships will have to pay something to Iran. And this, of course, is completely against what the whole world wants. US naval blockade lifted immediately. Well, that's easy enough to do, and probably also easy enough to reinstate if necessary. When it comes to the nuclear program, freeze enrichment, no weapons, inspection, 60-day talks. Well, I think this is all up for what happens in the 60 days after the formal signing in Switzerland on Friday. So I'll hold back on that for now. Sanctions relief, 12 to 24 billion assets unfrozen. Freeze on new sanctions. Well, that isn't going to happen immediately. I saw from one of my sources this morning that Iran is demanding reparations in this Memorandum of Understanding, and those reparations are not going to come from the American taxpayer, but actually going to come from the Gulf states. Now, when you consider Iran has bombed the Gulf states, not just the American bases, but infrastructure, etc., I think I just can't see it happening that easily. Regional issues, well, Lebanon ceasefire claimed by Iran, included in the Memorandum of Understanding, but the US is disputing this. Non-interference, US pledge not to start war, mutual sovereignty. But they've already done that. Why wouldn't they do it again if it suited their interest? The text status is that it's been digitally signed, but the full text is not yet available to the public. And I wonder why. I've got no idea. Anyway, presumably all will be shown in the coming days. There is something saying that Trump will do this before Friday, and Iran says they will do it after the signing on Friday. So we're just going to have to wait and see, I'm afraid. Well, that's it for this morning. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for listening. I'll talk to you again soon.